be doing my comparison and full swatch video of the LORAC Unzipped and LORAC Gold palettes. I've been using both these palettes for the last month. I got them at IMATS for a steal. They were $25 a piece. And I thought, heck, I'm gonna get both, and I've always been wanting the LORAC Unzipped. So I thought, this one's new, everyone's gonna wanna know about it, why not compare them? So that's what this video is all about. Okay, so first let's just talk about what you get when you get either the Unzipped or the Unzipped Gold. You will get it in like a box like this with a mini size of their eye primer. I'm not the biggest fan of this eye primer. I've actually been using it to do swatches on my hands that are nice and pigmented. So that's what I used today for the swatches. It's okay, it's just not my favorite. Packaging of both of these is nice and slim and compact. It's perfect for travel. It's more of like a cardboard packaging. They both are very similar. They're both the same size. As you can see, they fit together. And the only difference is the coloring of the packaging. This is the gold and this is the original Unzipped. As you can see, the original Unzipped has more of like a plasticky, shiny coat to it. This one is more of a matte, pearlescent packaging. That's what they look like. Both palette comes with 10 shades, and they actually have a really nice deal of product. As you can see here, this is the gold LORAC Unzipped. Also comes with a nice size big mirror. I don't want to blind you, but if you wanted to use that when you travel, that's really awesome. This is the original Unzipped, and I'm now going to hold them up next to each other so that you can compare. So the one on bottom is the original Unzipped, one on top is the Unzipped Gold. As you can see as I hold this here, the original has much more rose gold, mauve tones, and a little bit cooler toned. And the new Unzipped Gold has more of a champagne and gold toned shadows with a little bit more warmth. So I am going to go ahead and swatch these for you towards the end, but I just wanted to give you my review first. So starting with the original Unzipped. This is actually my favorite of the two, and that might actually, it may surprise you, it may not. The reason I think it might surprise you is because it is cooler toned, and I usually am more of a warm toned eye makeup girl. I really love my golds and just warm tones. But I also am a rose gold girl at heart, and I absolutely love the pigmentation of these, how they go on, and how they last on my lids. Absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to swatch these for you because they're stunning. There are 4 mattes in the original Unzipped. They have Undercover, which is a really nice highlight shade. Then Unconditional, which is more of a cool toned mauve blending shade, and Unspoken, which is a little bit deeper. And then Unbridled is a much deeper, more burgundy color, really pretty in the outer V. So those are the only 4 shades in this palette that are matte. All the rest are more of a satin. None of them have chunky glitter. It's more of like a satin finish. In the Unzipped Gold, there are also 4 matte shades. We have Undress, which is more of a peachy highlight shade. We have Undeniable and Unwind. Unwind is the cooler toned of the 2 more blending shades for the crease. And then Unedited, which is a really beautiful, deep, chocolatey brown. Again, really great for your outer V. One of the issues I have with the gold palette is that the shades here that are more of like the blending crease shades are very dark. So I actually pair this palette with my Tartelette palette, which I will also do a full review on very soon, because this is all matte shades. I will quickly show you it. And there's some great, nice, light blending shades in this palette. So I like to use these here to start off with, and then I'll use the deeper shades if I'm just using this palette. So that is a little inconvenient if you're traveling with this or you just want to pull out one palette and use it. That's one of the big things that I'm not too fond of this for. I do still love this palette. As you can even see without me swatching, you can see how metallic these shades are. They are a little bit more of a, I have one on my lid right now. This is Unleashed, which is this beautiful gold right here. That's all over my lid. Much more metallic looking. That's really in right now though. I mean, the foiled shadow look is super in, so I think this is on trend for sure. But if you maybe are more mature or you don't like to have that much of a sheen on your lid, you probably won't like this as much. I feel like you would like the original Unzipped much more. Another thing about the gold palette is for some reason I felt like some of the shades didn't blend as well as the Unzipped palette did. Not that they blended poorly, it was just something I had to work at a little more with this palette. I don't mind it. I still think it's a beautiful, beautiful palette with great pigmented shadows. I just prefer the original. Another thing I wanted to mention about both palettes is that you will get a little bit of a pickup of the product. So when you dip your brush in, you will have a little bit of a fallout. But I feel like when you have a super pigmented shade, sometimes that happens. It's not a big deal to me. So some people don't like to waste products, and I feel like that's wasting away your shadow. It's not that big of an issue, but I wanted to let you know. The metallic shades, especially in the gold and the satin shades in the LORAC Unzipped, I usually use my finger to press them onto my lid so I don't get any fallout. I feel like when I use my brush, I can tend to get a little more fallout. Not very serious, but a little more if I don't press it on. That's with any kind of metallic or shade that has a little bit more of a pickup like these. So that's not an issue to me, but I wanted to make sure to mention it for you guys. So as you can probably tell, I really love both palettes very, very much. I think they're amazing quality. LORAC really hit it out of the ballpark with both palettes, but I especially love the Unzipped. So this is the winner in my eyes. But if you like warmer golden metallic tones, you're gonna absolutely love this as well. Especially if you don't mind pairing it with, you know, another kind of blending shade. Crease shade. So now I'm going to go ahead and swatch both on either hand so that you can see the comparisons of colors. The first row of shadows, we have the matte in Undercover, really great for highlight. Unbelievable, which is the perfect rose gold tone, beautiful satin. Unattainable, which is more of a bronzy, rosy shade. Unconditional, a matte, more mauve shade, great for the crease. Unbridled, which is a great, more burgundy matte. Next row, up top we have Undiscovered, more of a golden shade. After that we have Unreal, which is a really pretty rosy champagne satin shade. Next is Uncensored, another more deeper bronzy but has a little bit of a rosy undertone as well. Unspoken, which is a deeper mauve matte shade, and Untamed, which is a really nice deep cocoa and has a little bit of a red undertone. So this is the original LORAC Unzipped palette. Okay, and here is the LORAC Gold's Unzipped palette. The first is Undressed, which I'm not sure you'll be able to see as well. It is more of a peachy highlight shade closer to my skin tone. The next is a really pretty Champagne Uninhibited, it's called. This one is one of my favorites from the palette. It's called Unpredictable. It's a peachy gold tone. It really has more dimension to it, which I love all over the lid. Undeniable is the matte brown here, which I usually use for my crease. And Unedited, which is a really beautiful chocolatey matte brown. Next row we have Unlocked, which is a very subtly soft gold color, really good for the inner tear duct. I have that in my inner tear duct today. Next is Unlimited, a very yellow gold, more metallic. This one you can tell is very metallic. I have this all over my lid today. This is Unleashed. Next we have a matte Unwind. It's more of a taupey matte shade. Or not taupey, more cool toned I would say. And last but not least is Unafraid. This is more of a satin, deep, deep chocolatey brown. Or espresso maybe even. And that is the Unzipped Gold. So this is the Unzipped Original, and here is the Unzipped Gold. Next to each other. As you can see, there are a few more metallics there, but these do have some good sheen to them as well, but they are more of a satin. Really, really beautiful shades. I should have swatched them the same way. There we go. But they're both really, really beautiful palettes. I definitely think that they're very gorgeous, both of them, but again, I do prefer the original Unzipped. I hope you guys enjoyed this comparison and swatch video, and I'll be seeing you again very soon. Bye!